The 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens was one of the most dominating teams in NHL history. There have been an insane amount of talented teams that have come from the city of Montreal. Some of the greatest players in the history of the NHL have worn the iconic red, white, and blue, from Maurice Rocket Richard to Guy Lafleur and many other legends in between. Though of all the dynasty teams they had, the 1976-77 version was probably the best, not only in Montreal Canadiens history but the NHL's itself. The stars on this team included Steve Shutt, Guy Lapointe, Larry Robinson, Jacques Lemaire, Yvon Cournoyer, Serge Savard, Bob Gainey, and Ken Dryden. In a time when the loser point didn't exist, they came away with 132 points in 80 games and led the NHL by a full 11 points. They also dominated offensively with 387 goals and were stingy defensively with only 171 goals against, finishing with a plus 216 goal differential. Their record was 60 wins, only 8 losses and 12 ties. They established 21 NHL records. Their goal differential of 216 is by far the best in NHL history, 40 ahead of the next best mark. Both Guy Lafleur and Steve Shutt scored over 50 goals, and Ken Dryden was in goal for 10 of the team's 14 shutouts. In the playoffs, they swept the St. Louis Blues and beat the New York Islanders in 6 games, and in the Stanley Cup Finals, they swept the Boston Bruins in 4 games, outscoring them by 10 goals. They had 9 players in the lineup who ultimately made their way to the Hockey Hall of Fame, along with coach Scotty Bowman and GM Sam Pollock. For the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens, many will always remember that championship season.